So, good evening, everybody. If you are just joining us, I want to go back to the case of Ekweremadu. So, this man is a doctor. He operates from Nigeria, and he's saying that Senator Ekweremadu is supposed to get more than 10 years. So, let's listen to what he's saying.
When we talk about this, I want us to ask a very sensitive question today. Did he actually commit any crime? By reason of the heart of the father, of the mom, seeing the daughter being taken away by issue of kidney failure, all of us will do same. So desiring to save the life of their daughter is actually not the reason why they are in jail today. No, except a witch or a wizard, if you see your own daughter being snatched away by death following kidney failure, if it's within your reach, you must take action. Permit me to tell you, statistically, about 20 million Nigerians are living with kidney-related disease. 20 million. A good percentage of them may end up in chronic kidney failure. Is there any hope for such people? Yes. They have to undergo dialysis pending the time they have for kidney transplant. And now let's go further to ask a question. Even over there in UK, across the world, or even in Nigeria, is there a provision for somebody to have a kidney transplant or organ transplant now? Yes. All over the world, there is a governing law that permits organ transplant. If you look at Nigerian case study, National Health Act 2014, signed by President Goodluck Jonathan,
and he was in the Senate at that time.
51 down to section 58. You will read everything that has to do with organ transplant here in Nigeria. However, if you are thinking of kidney or organ transplant of any kind in Nigeria and abroad, I will be positioned to reveal to you certain condition that was be met. It is not transactional.
It's not transactional. That's what the main issue.
The young man in question, when he was asked, are you aware of the donation you want to do? The guy said, I don't have any money to donate. And they're talking about what about the kidney you are to donate. The guy said, where is kidney? Which means that was no.
They didn't even inform him. They didn't inform him. So there's something else I wanted to do.
I want to put it to you that what you are seeing here is a pure government setup.
Government setup.
See why I say so. It's a government setup which regrettably itself has been part of that government. Senator Ekweremadu has been in power.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, Senate Deputy Senate President and order for 23 years of our democracy. And you know what? It is so painful, it is so pathetic that
he was not able to build.
We can't boast of one national hospital,
a
federal institution,
where
we could be called a center
None.
of excellence in healthcare.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Why is it so? As a matter of fact, permit me to tell you, having been part of healthcare development in this country, let me tell you, with 10 to 20 million US dollars.
Just 10 to 20 million. The money they will use for one party. The money they will use for one party, one get together, one wedding.
As a matter of fact, looking at two governors, Governor Yeso Wike built a cardiovascular center.
Now.
Also, Governor David Umahi,
my man,
a teaching hospital.
This is the teaching hospital. It's functional fully.
Only when the priority is wrong. Today in Nigeria, kidney transplant can be excellently done. Excellently done. And you have a number of procedures. People travel abroad to go and do. These things can be done today in Nigeria.
So anyway, you got the point. The point he's making, that it's the setup that they created, right? So I want to show you this post that I told you guys that I saw on Facebook, where they were talking about what Ekweremadu did with University of Enugu Teaching Hospital. So I want to show you that post because I was trying to read it for you guys last time. I was not able to do that. So it says that this post was made by Chooks Ine. And so I don't know the veracity of this, but that's why I'm sharing it live from his page. So let me see if I can increase the view so that you can see more of it. Is it more legible now? Can you read it with me? So you see, so they said some years ago, the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital project team approached Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu to help them fast track the funding of a project in the hospital through government intervention projects. So he was the Senate president and they needed to build a hospital. They needed him to help them using his office, the University Teaching Hospital, University of Nigeria, and trying to build hospital, trying to get to the government through him. Is that not the purpose of having someone from your region going to government? That's why they say Igbo man must be president, Igbo man must be, that will be the reason. So you are there and they are coming, say, please, let's go through you, help us to access funding for this process, for this project, right? To build a hospital. And he asked them to submit their proposal and they did. It was 400 million for the renal center. Renal center is equal to kidney center. So in that hospital project that they want to build in that university teaching hospital, there is supposed to be a kidney center, renal center, specially equipped for people who have this kind of problem that the daughter has now. Listen, oh, so and their idea was the 400 million is to help them to build the structure, to procure equipment, and to train a few doctors abroad for renal transplant and other special renal emergency training. Make una see how God dey judge person. No, when they say God will teach you, God will judge you. Now like this, so this is the judgment of God. If this is true, right? According to this information, I've seen it before and it stuck in my mind. Why when all this thing was going on? It said the center 400 million naira, the project they approach him, please, we have this project, we want to build this hospital as a teaching hospital, we need this, can you help us through your office to access funds? He told them, okay, do bring your project, let's see, right? And they brought the project for him. He looked at it and they are showing him the plan is that we want to build a massive teaching hospital and we want a renal center to be part of what we are building. And in that renal center, we will have to send some doctors abroad to go and get the required skill to learn, and the nurses and the equipment that will be needed specifically for a renal transplant, for kidney. Renal, when they say renal, they are talking about kidneys, the same thing. Listen, oh, Ekweremadu asked them to double the money to 800. So they brought you a quotation, a project of 400 million. He asked them to double it to 800 million. You can see I'm not making it up. I'm reading it live from Facebook. And the extra 400 million will be for him to facilitate the release of the funds. So he is telling them that double it to 800. I will use my office to facilitate the funds. And for that, I'm going to get 400 million. Right? Good. That's how the corruption in high office, that's how they get all this massive money that's supposed to be used. They will double it, triple it. Who is asking? Na them, right? So Ekweremadu later facilitated the release of 50% of the fund and diverted all of it into his own pocket without the knowledge of the university teaching hospital. Are you seeing when they say Chukwu ga-ekpe ụwa niile ikpe? Now like this, so God will judge. Are you reading with me? They say Ike Ekweremadu told them to double the money to 800. right? So he went to use his office to source for funds to build that hospital, teaching hospital. In that teaching hospital, there will be a renal center, and they made the whole quotation. It was 400 million. He told them to double it, and they double it because the one that he will use to do it is 400. Is going to be part of it, right? Who is calling me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm just watching your program. Let me make a little contribution. In fact, this program, it is sweet me for belly, it is sweet me for kidney.
Let me read the news finish now. Let's get it first of all, then you can call back, right? At least let's read the
Oh,
post. Yeah? Okay.
yeah, read that. Make a wait. I will come back in next 10-20
All
minutes.
right, thank you. So my people of God, the people where God go bless, where get ear and mind to listen to the truth, right? They say this man, he asked them to double the money. Make I just dey speak our own English. Be like say that high English, they made it, you know, they enter. He say make dem double the money. Dem tell am say oga as you come be senior president and you come from our state, abeg help us see project wey we wan build hospital. Inside dat hospital we go still get where dem go dey do treat people wey get kidney problem. We wan make e be standard wey dem go still dey change kidney if possible. Help us use your office oga abeg. Because okay, una don write the plan, una don do all the estimation. Dem say we don do everything, so okay make una go bring am. Make una bring am come. Dem come bring am come. E come be say everything wey dem estimate, no, na dem just dey calculate say na like dat kind amount e go be. E come tell dem say dat one no reach na. Dem have to double it, make am 800, because im own money wey im go collect wey im wan take help dem go talk. On a normal day, im work na to go there go dey talk for us. So when dem go dey cry say dem no put Igbo man there, na like dat. Okay, when e reach the thing wey dem come use put our Igbo man there, oga do your work. Na say no, una go double am. Una go double am. So dat one go be my own wey I take dey waka for na. So na come get una own wey be half. Last dem come go double am o. Make una dey see say if na dat one go make you come help us na, make we double am. Ijoba money, government money, national cake. You know as the thing dey be for everybody eye. Na im dem come go double am o, bring am come. So last when the money come, the money just come 400, like 50% of the money. So okay, make una start wetin una dey do first. Make we see how una dey build and dey go. Wetin oga do? Oga carry the money, 400 million. The 400 million wey dem first need, you don already get am. You wey God put you for high office, say make you go help your people. You come carry the 400 million wey dem need o. You come go present am say na half of the money. Dem come carry the 400 million give you. You just carry am put for your pocket. Chukwu gekpe ụwa niile ikpe. Okay o. Defenders of your own person, support your own. Mona come o. We wan hear on our own side of the story. Ekweremadu asked them to double the money to 800 million, and the extra 400 million will be for him to facilitate the release of the fund. Ekweremadu later facilitated the release of 50% of the fund and diverted all of it into his own pocket without the knowledge of the university. University no come even know say the thing wey we even dey ask for, wey we dey pray for, say we need teaching hospital, more for fit dey teach more people, teach more healthcare people, teach our students. Many of them, they wan do medicine, they wan be nurse, they no get opportunity. The guy don pocket the money. They no even know say money don first come. They no even know say the full money wey they first want don even come. The man no even say make him for fear of God, make him for even give the half. E no fit. Okay. After waiting for so long, UNTH made contact and was told they should submit the progress report for the project status for the 50% they received in order to assess the balance of the 50%. Alas, they had received nothing and could show nothing for the initial 50%. They didn't even know that Oga Deputy President have taken 400 million and moved on. You dey see how wicked. Before you go dey cry, oh, I'm sorry for him. Oh, you see how none of our president, our senator president, our all of them, they no ask of that boy. Na their fellow thief, they know. You see, okay, he said after the man don collect that 50%, which is 400 million, which is what they even really need, he pocket and he move on like say they know they exist. Who be all those ones? Now those people go dey cry for am now say our people, our person, our own person don enter there, but he come collect the money, he move on. And they no know, the university teaching hospital no even know. They come dey write the government where the money dey come from, say they want to know the status or where the thing dey now, with the where the money now, whether they come say before dem go give dem the remaining 50%, make dem go bring proof of the one wey dem first give dem. The 50% wey dem first give dem, the 400 million wey dem don first give dem, make dem go bring project of where the thing dey now, how far dem don invest the money, wetin dem don use the money do, where the thing stand as of now, make dem give account. Na dem come dey look themselves say dem no even see anyone, dem never even see shishi, dem no even know say dem first give anyone o, dem just dey like that, dem come dey look themselves, not knowing that Oga Senator Ekweremadu don carry money for the whole Enugu teaching hospital. He don put for im pocket, he don chop am, he move on like say dem no dey exist. Karma. When God visits you. Then, when I'm looking at this case, I say this case, e get as e. My people, more na no vex. I no know wetin happen, but whether they like it or not, the truth must be told. Na the senator wey dem dey write like this, You know how it is now. It's not like they are giving him the money, but because he's the one facilitating it, right? He's the one, like, using his office to facilitate it, Instead of him to give them the university account, he will go and put his own account, his own bank. He will go and give, okay, that will be his constituency project, for example, maybe, right? Somehow it's coming through his office, right? Because he will have, exactly, he has constituency project that they're supposed to execute during the time of their stay, of their service. This guy pocketed the money. Like, they wanted 400 million. You got the 400 million and you moved on. Why not you just even give them 200, give them 300? Like, what are you even using the money to do? You have enough salary, right? They say on May 5th, they come sen ten ce am. He receive his jail term. Him daughter wan go do renal transfer. The same thing that he would have done. The same thing that they would have done for him. Imagine if they have built that health center in Enugu Teaching Hospital, renal center, world class. If they have trained those people, shebi as he's getting this problem, they will be now them go be running around for him. But the life of that person don't matter. All the Enugu people, all the Enugu state people, they don't care. And on top of it, he went to take a poor citizen, take and go. The guy say he no get money to donate to. They say the kidney you want to donate, he say where the kidney dey. The guy no even know say the kidney dey in body. And you know the funny thing, they say the Ekweremadu paid that doctor 4 million to give to the boy, and the doctor gave the boy only oh God, only 250,000. That's what the doctor gave the boy. And the boy inside that 250,000, na him take buy cloth, na him take arrange himself, settle him family, as onye na go obodo oyibo, na dem come carry am dey go Abuja. You understand? So they poison the fountain. Hello, my brother. You're welcome.
Hello, Auntie. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. I can hear you.
Thank you very much. I've called again.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this program, it is sweet me for Bele, like saying I teach by the chop. You see, I don't talk am before, and I have said it over and over. The problem of Igbo man is an Igbo man. Now we be our own problem. Do you get? This one would they talk this one, blah 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 blah. Our problems are the people we elected to represent us. They are our problems. I want to buy now. You are talking about the Ekweremadu, Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
We are talking about the Ekweremadu. Just make an investigation. There are many states in the southeast that doesn't have up to 6 functioning health center, primary health center. Oh,
They are not working. Yeah.
I remember they are not working. I remember when I was while in primary school, the time I was small in primary school, that time, I work in a board in Way Judy. They will just take you to that health center for first aid. And when emergency, they will first take you to that health center. As at then, early night, but now nothing is functioning again.
I'm telling you. Even as a kid, in my village, we had a health center. And there was a doctor living in our community. Even we know in the house, if there's an emergency, there are always nurses at the health center. If there's an emergency, they know the house of he's living nearby, they will go and call him. If he's not on duty, maybe everything is slow, then something happens, and then if there's really an emergency, there was an ambulance car there, they will carry the person. We will even be saying, hey, that one don't work.
All these things now is not a story of the past. All these things now that you are saying, they are now a story of the past. I am telling you the bitter truth. They are now a story of the past. Who liquidated all this is our leaders from the southeast. That is why when our people are talking about Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, these people are not our problem. Let me say it again. Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, they are not our problem. Our problems are the people we elected from our governor, our local government chairman, our senator, our House of Rep member.
Yeah.
They are our problems. I am from Imo State. Some of the roads that the governor is working now were the roads that Okota did a few years ago. All of them, they have damage.
And meanwhile, there are other roads that Okorocha did not do. Those ones, plantain, pawpaw is growing on major road. That one is abandoned. Yes. And you wonder why the ESN is thriving. There are roads that are not pliable, that are pothole, like gullies on what used to be major roads in the same Imo State. I showed a video of it one time. And many people were not happy about it. They say, I hope Uzodima is trying his best. Well, his best apparently is not getting into all the communities. You cannot keep doing the same road because it's the one that takes you to your major destinations. What about the other major roads that is connecting other areas?
Auntie, you see, there's something you're not getting. The ones that Okorocha did was just like 2 years guarantee. Fiam, Kalas, finish. Now, had even that those ones now that Okorocha did was still there, how most of them will not go and redo it again? Because those ones has finished within 2 years. If also buy, how will you run that horror Kamiana? Hope will go to another place. Do you get? So
I get you. I get your point.
Yeah. This is our problem. Our leaders are our problem. Not when they buy because now I was a problem. Like you say, my woman name, I have a name. What the buy simple tools? You would enemy.
No. Well, it's not only Alibo, for example, but let everybody be talking from their own end. You cannot carry the problem that is going on in Kaduna for your head. Haba. Who made you their spokesperson? Right? Yeah, let's talk about our own. Right? Let's concentrate on what is going on in Alibo and look for how to salvage it. Do you know, like what this our brother is saying? I know so many people who did medicine. They don't have a place to practice in the southeast. That's how bad it is. Like you are finished, you want to do internship. Or what they call it, this one mandatory training that you need to go through. Housemanship. There's no space.
Two of my brother is doing internship because they studied the med lab. They are doing it in Lagos. So.
All right, thank you, my brother. Let me take another call. Yeah, thank you.
So, thank you very much for this wonderful program.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, so, the truth is, we have to tell ourselves the truth. And the worst part is nobody have talked about that young man. He's a Nigerian citizen, but nobody is concerned about him. What if the United Kingdom decide to deport him anyways? Because after all, he's not their citizen, right? And after all, he's not underage, so they don't even have any duty to protect him, right? What if they decide like he's basically on his own? Nobody sent him message, and all the care, all the affection, all the pity, all the cry is for the same person that had the opportunity. It's not even like they are saying, well, maybe he didn't get to his mind, maybe it didn't occur to him, but like he had the personal opportunity and he chose to pocket the money and move on. Hmm? Good evening, Olumeyo. Good evening. So the state of healthcare in the whole of the whole of Nigeria is in disarray. Like I saw a post where they were talking about. I wanted to share with you guys. Most of our primary healthcare is gone. Like what they call it. Let me share this video with you guys. So it's not only in the southeast, but I will not let it talk because of um, copyright issue. So this is a shortage of manpower. This is in the north, right? It's the same thing everywhere. And instead, all our healthcare people, they are working in abroad. We have thousands and thousands of doctors. Why? Because they don't want to build the system. They don't want to empower the system. Hello, you're welcome. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. So, talking about what is going on, and people reminding me all the time, because when I write, they remind me that I'm not talking about what is going on in Nigeria. They will be so bitter that I talk about the kids. I'm from Abia State, and I take my charity from my home. You know that I will speak now that Abia State civil servants are on strike. What is the cause of the strike? The present government divided Abia State civil service into two categories: the core civil servants and the non-core civil servants. The core civil servants are people that work in the offices and this. Then the non-core they call them the people that work in state education management board, state hospital management board, all those people that work in those ministries. They call them this thing. Do you know that a lot of them are not paid minimum wage? Then, for the past 4 years, nobody has collected pension in Abia State government, in Abia State. And then the civil servants that are the core civil servants, they have not paid them this year. And we are not talking about the non-core that are being paid for 2 years. There was a time I said that they are owing Abia State Teaching Hospital for how many years? That's because they consider them non-core civil servants. Then, when you have all these things going on, this is the state where Onye Duf came from. A man who is fighting to save people from non-existing problems. His own state, I'm not talking about another state, I'm talking about his own state. He's not doing anything to save them. It is not his best interest to save them. The pensioners don't deserve to get paid. The civil servants don't deserve to get their wages. And somebody is sitting down there convincing me that we are from wanting to get London. That is nonsense.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to keep it brief this evening. Yeah. Yeah.
They are begging for Ekweremadu because all of them are on the same boat. If you open their own chronicle, you will see that what Ekweremadu did is childless compared to what they did. So you know how they say, when you see the fowl laughing at the bush fowl being slaughtered, let the fowl remember that the same hand that used to slaughter the bush fowl. That's exactly the way they are dwelling on. That if this thing happened to Ekweremadu, keep quiet, is eventually going to get to them one day. That's exactly why they are making us. Not because they care about anybody, not because they want to do anything. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So, like what I'm showing you guys here is the healthcare system, right? And this one is from Kano. He's saying something. They don't have manpower.
And then we are having shortage on this part.
Yeah. Shortage everywhere. Hello.
General hospitals have one doctor each. Contrary
Good
to
evening, my brother.
Standard of at least 3 doctors in each facility.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Good evening. Thank you once again. Good evening, everyone. If you see me, I don't get pity, I don't get sympathy, I don't get compassion when it comes to
Like
politicians.
honestly, I was at a point of like feeling, but I was,
No,
anyway.
feel for waiting. You see, the problem is people see they feel that way, and people will never get personal experience. What I
Mm,
mean, make I go back. In fact, make I bring come here. Would not happen. People listening to his daughter interview, they pity her.
mm,
I know say she know well. Like a death doctor save a life talk. Over
mm,
20 million Nigerians
I'm having the
get the
same
same problem.
problem.
Now, if people go listen to that interview, person there, they tell the girl to go talk. When the interviewer pushed, say that boy like cousin, he want to that person say, you don't have to answer that.
Mhm.
When people go back go play that interview, now where they go now?
Mm,
All these Nigerian politicians, make their children help us make their papa. Now their papa they lead our country for us.
Abio.
Now, you see, as far back as 2008, when some of us the five people go for McDonald's, most of these Nigerian children they live for Houston Square.
Imagine.
They drive cars. I know person will buy as again before EFCC begin worry them. Person buy 40,000 pounds. Can we get pity for these people?
Imagine.
Why most of us in struggle with the office to meet family responsibility? The former petroleum minister doesn't hardly see money with children they fly private jets.
Imagine.
Person pockets.
And only him will sit down in one plane.
Now,
They will be
let
flying.
everybody
Only
now,
you, plane.
now,
Only
when they
you
go
will
to part
sit
of
down in a
when
plane.
they go to part of the sentencing now, from there, all of them, their children are private. You don't think for them to bring their children coming class, come put them for private school. Waiting most people don't go fit afford.
Mm.
How many Oyibo for this country can afford to send their children to private schools? Most of them send their children to private school to Switzerland where they pay over $110,000.
Imagine.
You see, no matter whether it be any party, any Nigerian, when they suffer like me, the pity for these politicians, that him be the problem.
We have to speak about the ills. So like anybody that wants to do anyone, start from any of these things. Don't be cajoling us with all this maybe religion or ethnic group or
You see,
Igbo man has to be
even
here.
say
All the,
whatever
no,
the
no,
issue,
no.
go see what people they sympathize, they right, they don't do anything. I don't say as a father where I be, and I get right to fight my. Now they didn't even talk like this doctor see me life talk. Men they go listen to the crown prosecutor. One of their major point was exploitation.
Exploitation of his poverty.
So many people go set the word English number one, many go find out what exploitation mean. Now, many think not be saying this country are the best. That law na 2015 they put up. Pension they involved in Nigeria. The fishing come back on a car on a while ago in a country. Like that Dr. Save a life talk. Transplant in for Nigeria. Idris Abdulkarim did go last year successfully. All me at the talk we say this one I'm morning. I wish the only way these politicians children go help us do. Better talk to their father. Now they put us what this quack man would do.
Yeah. All
They
right.
don't kill it.
All right.
Don't you see about children now they Australia they buy a house. How many will run by here?
Hey.
People will give pity them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister.
Thank you. Yeah. So my people, the story too much. And the sad part is that it's like this is something that is going on in Nigeria. Imagine our hospital. It could be better. This is the state it was. Maybe instead of them to upgrade it to standard, it's still the same low. Like I don't, and it doesn't cost money. It's not the money they use to buy their special cars, all these things that frivolities that doesn't matter. They will just be doing it. It's the same thing. For example, this one is from Owerri. Let's even hear a little bit what here.
And man, and most people that supervise the general hospital, they may not be properly placed to provide the healthcare services needed for the citizens of the state.
They are not living up to expectation because number one, we are abusing the secondary healthcare facilities. There's meant to be a primary healthcare facilities, which should take out the primary diseases as it were. Now, when everybody moves to the secondary healthcare facilities with every simple disease condition, we are overburdening the secondary facility.
Exactly. That's how it used to be. Back in the day. Back in the day, if you wanted to go to loot, you will be referred to. That's what it means. If you want to go to loot, you'll be referred to loot. For example, that means you have gone to a hospital around you, health center, all that kind of thing. Then they will not tell you to go to loot. You understand me? They'll now write the paper. The first time I went to loot, it was I went to an optician at that time. They now wrote paper that we should go to loot. You understand? That's how I used to work, because there were some places you can go to, right? But now, like our brothers have already confirmed, those primary health care centers have fallen. So at the end of the day, everybody will just pack themselves and go to general hospital. The thing you're supposed to do, and then the few ones that are available are private, right? And those private people that not turn to jack of all trade or one warrior. Only you be maternity gynecologist. Now you be eye doctor. Now you they treat all diseases. Most of all these first general care, general practice private center. When you go there, it's like there are multitude of all sickness. Now then they treat them, right? Why? Because the health care, they don't care about it. And now the few ones that manage to train, first of all, to get into the healthcare institution to study it, be it a nurse, be it any form of medical, because they know that once you go into that field, there's a guarantee that you have labor, you'll be employable. It's very difficult to get into medical field in Nigeria. You have to pay through your nose, you have to settle, you have to pay big money. Some people will pay for 500,000, their name will still not come out on the list. Like they will pay 1 million just to get into the institution, something that is free all over the world, just come on merit, and especially in our Southeast. This one we are crying, oh, they're merit. Go to the Southeast and see your money for hand back for grant. They can never give you admission unless you settle them. And then how will the country be good? Because we're looking for manpower. And then those people, because they found their way, they paid through their nose, they suffered. Once they have no allegiance to anybody. They don't feel any kind of patriotism because it was their sweat. It was their individual training. They did it all by themselves. Nobody had input. So they don't feel no duty towards Nigeria or Nigerian citizens or nobody. They don't care. They want to maximize their training. And what do? They go abroad. So you have a drain. So now the UK is investigating, they said about 500 Nigerian nurses, because the center where they take their exams, there is claims of malpractice. I think it was in the news. I want to show you quickly the link. So you understand? Let me show you the link. It's been on the news for some days now. I'm reading it directly from their website. So they said Nigerian nurses registered as living in Northern Ireland under investigation, right? The nurses this is just 5th of May, right? Some days ago, nurses who are registered as living in Northern Ireland are being investigated as part of a probe into a test center in Nigeria. The Nursing and Midwifery Council has launched an investigation after concerns were raised over a center in Nigeria where nurses hoping to work in the UK sit a professional competency test, right? So they said that the name of that test is CBT. They normally will sit for it in their home country. And now their National Medical Council is now writing to all international nurses who took the CPT at the center to tell them they are opening cases to determine whether or not they gained fraudulent or incorrect entry to the nursing registry. You understand? So everybody is just looking for a fraudulent way, all those kind of a thing, right? So now they say, okay, they need a professional. Instead of you to just do it the normal way, no, you are looking for the fast way, I have a friend, I know someone that is trying to get the Nigerian passport. They want to go to Nigeria just to get the Nigerian passport. The people who are working in Nigerian embassies, they are demanding for money. across Europe, here in Germany. She's trying to get them in Berlin, trying to get them in Austria, trying to get them in Holland. They are all demanding for money. Workers, something that normally you're supposed to just fill form, and they just follow the procedure. You don't even need to show. You just process the whole thing. Never. They want you to pay them money to do their job in Europe, and they will give you their account number. Pay the money. Yes, so amount. This is the level of the corrupt mindedness, right? Huh? So anyway, yeah. So exactly, except it's emergency. So you can see how they destroyed the system. They destroyed it. They destroyed it, and now we are supposed to be crying for them? No way. And it's not only in Nigeria. I'm even reading in the news a Ugandan labor minister, like minister of labor, the person that is supposed to be responsible for employment, paying of salaries, and all those things. His own staff that is working with him, protecting his life, guiding him, he did not pay him salary. He did not pay him salary. And the guy was under pressure, family pressure, where they post him before they were not paying him. He now come here again, this labor minister of labor. You cannot pay your laborer. The guy, when he heard Funa, so he point and kpai, he finish am. He finish am. Because somebody is guiding your life, following you everywhere, protecting you. Ordinary to pay him his salary, you cannot. Eh? I don't even know who the health minister is. I don't know. So we have a drain. All our medics, they are running away because, first of all, sometimes they will not pay their salaries. They will be on strike. They will even be attacking them while they are protesting. Like your cherished, like I don't know the magic they think is happening abroad. You are going to UK to go and do surgery, whatever. It is human beings like you that are in government that put that system in place. Then they forbid if you put the same system. You already have the manpower. Nigerians are so intelligent, so resilient. They have tried their best. They have gone to school. Why don't you provide them the opportunity? Even build more schools, because we have more people who wants to acquire skill. Make it possible for them to get this skill. We need so many healthcare workers, so many, to make it available. Even communities can come together, train 3 or 10 people, and give them conditions that will make them to be at least serving their community for a little while before they can go anywhere. But no, everybody, when you are doing your pocket, my own, you want to go and build your own mansion, you want to build your own mansion, then there will be nothing for the collective. That's what is missing. The mindset that I have to look out for myself. That's what happened to Ekweremadu, even as a senator. And not just him, he is just the one we are using as a reference. Mind you guys, all of them are guilty. But as they talk, and now who then catch now be thief, right? You said there is a health center where Brighton, I don't know. Sheyi Makinde built over 200 health centers in Oyo. Yeah, I learned that, Yoruba people are doing much better than us. Of course, everybody know that now. Because they also have a high level of, let's say, they are the recipient of other ethnicities within Nigeria. They have a high, for example, most Southeasterners will migrate into Yoruba land in a high number. So, for example, in Ondo State too, they built a lot of they invested so much in healthcare and health institutions or something like that. The only one we have had in the Southeast so far is Dave Umahi. I mean, they're supposed to be clapping for this guy, like they're supposed to develop a song for this guy. This guy's supposed to be on their lips. Instead, they just kind of put him on a place where they feel very convenient and safe to ridicule his person, his standing. Like, I mean, your best, your golden egg, you're supposed to help him, urge him on, knowing that this guy have the capacity to do more, right? Instead, you are trying to trash him, trying to trivialize his achievements, what he has done. That's the first we have seen in so many years. Like, we used to hear the one of Simon Mbakwe, it was story. But this is the one we are seeing. Like, more could be done. Like, instead, maybe tap into it. develop industries also, because I know, for example, there's a salt stream there that they can even make into a salt industry and employ. But the problem is when you make it a salt industry, one person will be making benefit. It will no longer be available for the community. Normally, the community women, they can go there, do take out salt and sell for their individual money anyhow. But when you sell it, that's the problem. Because of the greed, that person will just corner everything, and they will no longer employ the people. Even if they employ them, they will not pay them. Right? Paying salary is a big, they will employ, they will not want to pay you. They will want you to labor in vain. Like, the problem is so massive, but we need to start talking about the problem and how to solve it, so that it will no longer be a given that once you get into power, you just become rich, then you start flaunting your wealth, and everybody will not be hailing you, Odogu, 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 hey, oh, you are coming, you are big in Makwande. But no, you have to be what you are doing, how you are helping, what are you doing with your office. Until we go into that level of conversation, we have not even started. Me, I don't really know about like Chimaroke Namani. People say maybe this person did or this other person didn't do, right? But the thing is, I know many people who studied medicine who were not able to find a place for their residency in the Southeast. I'm telling you. And then the few places available has to be through knowing me, knowing you, paying through. Like, everything you want to do, you have to pay, you have to settle. It's so hostile towards any kind. That's why you just have to live. You just have to live. Only few people who can afford to pay through their nose that can even manage to go there. You just have to live. It's unbelievably hostile. That's why I laugh when they talk about merit. Merit what? Right? You have a high number of gifted people, intelligent, resourceful people. You are supposed to harness it and build hubs for them to thrive. No, instead you are looking for, everybody wants to exploit. Then it become an exploitation hub. And if you can't meet it up, you cannot beat them. You have to find a way to get out of that place and look for succor. The same school of nursing that people are trying, paying 1 million, all this thing to get into. If you go to the north and you pass, you will enter on merit. You don't have to pay anybody any money. You don't have to pay anybody any money. I know so many people that went to Ondo State to go and do school of nursing. They will just take you. You will go and do your nursing. I don't know how it is today, but it has always been like that. You have to know somebody to go into school of nursing. Why? Because they know that once you become a nurse, you have more opportunity. So at that, the thing that will build you as a human being, as an important part of the society, they will hinder you first at that point. So you have to struggle, you have to find a way, you have to source, you have to bribe. And so when you have this foundation, you begin to think it's normal. It's normal to sort, to find a way out, to do something, unlawful, something like that. It begins to build in your mindset that, looking for this shortcut way out, all those kind of a thing. Because they are the one that poisoned the stream at the head. So the youth are just playing along. I just hope that we'll continue to, as we continue to see more and more, like everybody is giving testimony. For example, there are many in Lagos now, different general hospitals that didn't exist like 10 years ago. They are existing now and running. General hospital that didn't exist before, whereas in our own, the ones that even used to exist are run down. There is no addition. There's no addition. There's no new centers. Instead, the ones available are run down. And the same Buhari that everybody likes to hate on, he built a center, a specialist center in Umuahia, something that none of them can even think of doing. So what is the essence of having all these millions and all these billions? It's not reflecting in the society, in the collective. I don't know what has to give, but I believe that first of all, we need to know, first of all, you have to even know what the problem is, so you can begin to know how to go about it, right? Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this program. I don't want it to be too long. And you guys, you know that tomorrow is my birthday. Although I'm not used to celebrating birthday like that, but if you wish to acknowledge me on my birthday, you are free to do so. Yeah, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm thanking God for life and everything, but I've been also on a very pensive mood. I'm taking back home. I'm thinking everybody is gone. It's I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something I just have to deal with and figure out. And at the end of the day, life goes on. So yeah, I'm thanking God anyways that um I'm blessed to see another year. I'm blessed to have this time with my family, with my children. Yeah, so yeah, I'm grateful nonetheless. And you guys also, thank you for being faithful, for being here with me, for going through all these balls and all these bingos and their name calling and everything. I appreciate you guys. So I don't know if I'll be able to come live tomorrow, but just so you know, tomorrow is my birthday. Thank you so much, guys. And have a good day, have a good night. By the grace of God, I will see you tomorrow or next or thereabout. Bye for now.